Don Mugabe. I'm back here. First, I'm asking you to subscribe, like, share, repost. What's the other one? I have to remember everything. Just put it everywhere. But today we are going international. Yeah, we have. I think this is the second international thing I'm doing. I first did the guys from the DRC fans. They were going to play Algeria. That game they lost. It did them bad, but I did something with them. You will check it out. Today we are having Victor Modo. Modo. I got the pronunciation right.
Give or take. Give or take.
Yeah. Yeah. So today we're having Modo, a photographer from Nigeria, a celebrated photographer with a big following on the social media. I'm going to attach his handles. You guys can check them out. Victor, welcome.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, my guy. Thanks for giving me your time.
Man. Thanks, man. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go slow.
All right.
Let's go slow. First time
in Nigeria, we know they go slow.
Hey.
We go fast. We are constantly in a hurry, my guy.
You know they go slow. Who is Victor?
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Dr. Victor Modo.
Victor?
Yeah, I have a PhD. Marketing communications, yeah. Victor Modo, what am I? I am a father, I'm a husband, I am a photographer, marketing communications consultant, and the future governor of Delta State in Nigeria.
Big CV. I was telling people I have not yet married because I haven't yet found a best man. But now I have a best man. He's a father.
Find a bride, pick a date, we'll come to Uganda, man. Small thing.
Flights on you, yeah? The tickets on you.
Small thing. Just put it within the time for the next AFCON, so it's just perfect.
Yes.
Aligned right into the AFCON.
So, Victor, let me ask you straight into the question. Yeah.
Okay.
One, we want to know you, yeah, but still get to know your business side. Yeah, we are not going to go so much into the marketing for now. We shall stick more on the photography side.
Okay.
Yeah. How did you get into photography? When did you start? When did you realize that, okay, I think this thing is my thing?
Okay, so photography started all the way back to university. There's this thing. Okay, so young boy, fresh in school, my pocket money was like 10,000 naira from my parents, and it was not enough for politics, to have a girlfriend, to enjoy myself. It was not enough. So there was just one photographer on my campus, and it just struck me that but there are more students than he can photograph. So I just met him. I'm like, bros, how far? Teach me photography. He agreed, gave me a camera to try with, and I liked it, and I just kept snapping people on campus, getting better. When I got done with school, there's this thing we call youth service in Nigeria. While waiting for youth service, I went back.
So what's youth service?
Okay, in Nigeria, there's a compulsory 1 year service for everyone that's done with university. So it's just like you have in South Korea, the military service and all.
Chaka.
Yeah, but
we used to have that.
Okay, good. But in our case, it's called National Youth Service, where you're posted to a state and you are assigned to a place of primary assignment. It can be a school, a health center, a different business to serve Nigeria for 1 year. Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So while waiting for that, I opened a small business in Akwa Ibom State, just by the road, an umbrella, a table, and a printer and a camera to take passports as people pass. And then got to Lagos, did youth service in Lagos, while still doing my photography hustle left and right. Then after service was done, I worked for like 3 months for someone, and I noticed that I made way more money working for myself on weekends as I did Monday to Friday, and I was like, there's something here, let's face it, let's get better at it, and that's it.
Did that printer, that small printer,
Yeah.
It's about let me see, dollars, it's about one 200?
As at then it was like $100,
100 and
something thousand.
Yeah.
Now it's like $50. No, not like 50, like $35 now in naira. Yeah.
$35.
Am I right?
Yeah, that's about 100 and something thousand Ugandan shillings.
I think the price has gone up. It's about $70 in Nigeria now. Yeah.
Yeah, still that's a very, very, very small amount. So did you at that point were you doing sports?
No, 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 I'm not doing this. Okay, so up till now, sports photography is just a tiny part of what I do. I
Ah,
have so back in Nigeria, we own three photography studios around Lagos where customers we call it Mozero Studios. Customers walk in,
mm.
do
Yes,
pictures.
I've seen.
We have staff now. They are currently at work. They're shooting clients. They are attending to customers. That's the core of the business now. They are now. I do weddings. I do portraits. Sport photography is like the most recent thing I did. Sport website for me in what 2017. Before
Yeah,
that time, I've been doing pictures, weddings, portraits, and all.
I was following your
Yeah,
portraits before.
yeah, exactly. It's like 2017 that I started sports photography, and it's just something that I've enjoyed. I like the hand on the trigger. I'm living by seconds. I'm missing. You miss a millisecond, it's gone. It's something I like, but that's just one part of the business. I have clients that know me as a sports photographer. No client. I have clients that know me as a wedding guy. Clients that know me as a headshot guy. There are clients that
You're a 360 guy.
and there are clients that basically do not even know I take sports pictures. Fact is that some clients know me as a documentary photographer,
Yeah,
to a documentary videographer, because we do adverts and movies too back home in Nigeria.
yeah. You reminded me. There are times when I am contracted to do corporate.
Yeah,
Then you meet someone out there, and they're like,
yeah.
"I thought you were doing only sports." I'm like, guys,
Exactly. Happens, man. Happens
how
a lot.
does it pay off? The sports. Let's go to the sports photography. Because in Uganda, I mean, let me be honest here. Let me be honest here. In Uganda, sports
Okay,
photography doesn't pay that much.
okay,
It's I would say I've been privileged.
okay.
Yeah, we were still asking. Yeah, let's get back to the point where you were telling us about the sports photography paying off. Yeah, because in Uganda, really, it doesn't pay off. Look straight in the camera and tell us, does it pay off in Nigeria?
All right. So let me
Because
just
when you look around, there are very many journalists here
yeah,
from
main
Nigeria.
Nigerian journalist. Okay, so let me say this right. When a young man, a great photographer, Jamio Adelashe, came to me and said he wanted to learn sport photography, he came
Mm.
to the studio because I have a training program. He came to pay to learn sport photography. I sat him down and I told him that if I teach you sport photography alone in Nigeria, I'm setting you up to be very, very poor. So instead, I told him, come and book for the photography session totally, where you learn portrait, wedding, birthdays, commercial, everything, and including sport, so that irrespective of how sport photography goes for you, you have knowledge of every other genre of photography. Now, in Nigeria, club photography is growing wonderfully. We have great clubs like Sporting Lagos, Inter Lagos, even 3SC clubs that are taking sport photography seriously, paying their photographers well to be on staff.
Well,
Yes, and pretty much if you check, well is relative.
yeah, yeah.
Let's say about between 150 to $200 or to $300 per month, right? To be sports photographers, right? So it's growing, but there's still the majority of photographers are freelancers.
Just to cut you short, sorry.
Okay.
To put this thing, guys, $150 is about $12. Yeah, $12, 500,000 Ugandan shillings.
Okay.
Yeah, so that can pay your rent. Yeah, it can pay your rent. Then you start from there.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, so I mean, again, that's not for everybody, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the bulk of photographers are still freelance. They are still trying to, and the problem is the league locally, the media doesn't want to pay that. The TV stations, newspapers don't want to pay. The players are looking for how to collect some of these pictures free.
Freely,
Clubs are
yeah.
looking to use your picture and cover your logo at times. So it's a struggle for photographers that concentrate on the local league.
African
They
problems are the
are the
same.
real heroes, quite frankly, because a lot of what they do is a thankless job. They bring money from other sectors like weddings, birthdays, and other stuff into
To
sport to get the right equipment for sport photography, and they keep doing it and keep doing it, and at times it still just doesn't work. So, but for someone like me, however, what I did was from the get-go, I found a way to commercialize my photography because I do other genres. I was able to come in with the right equipment, and then what I did was I set the standard the players get in their different clubs in Europe as my target, right? And then coming to a national team, I explained to players from the get-go that for us to get the quality you want locally, pictures cannot be given out for free. Pictures will not be used for free. You helping me by purchasing pictures helps me ensure that you get the same quality you get at club level.
Yeah.
So we sell locally through my agency. We sell to the media houses and everything. Also, we see our player representatives, social media teams reach out and arrange packages for different competitions where they want to ensure that they get pictures delivered in time for their players, social media handles, and all of that stuff. Even clubs of players in Europe reach out and have packages drawn together to ensure their players are well covered during the African Cup of Nations, because ultimately the media in probably both our countries, as the TV houses, newspapers, are not rich enough to fund the other aspect. I know they spend a lot of money doing subscriptions on AFP, on Getty, but they refuse to pay the
Yeah.
local photographer for all of that stuff. So we have to find the market has to find a way to diversify its offerings. But I tell sports photographers that you cannot just be a pure sport photographer. You have to be a sport. You have to operate like a sports agency. You have to operate like a content creation agency as a sports photographer. That is how you're going to be able to grow in Africa. And then hopefully, as the sport grows, as more fans come into the Nigerian, the Ugandan legal of this stuff, there'll be more demand and there'll be more respect for the job we do, and more money will eventually flow.
Okay. You've answered like three questions that I had to ask in the future, but let's get back to you, the person.
Okay.
Yeah. How you integrate your sports photography? Because I'm interested
Okay.
in the photography.
Okay.
Um, how you integrate the sports photography and the marketing thing, because they work hand in hand.
Yeah.
I do events.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I see, and I'm also doing an MBA, and
Okay.
I hope to study my CIM start my CIM this year. Now let's get back to that. You need the marketing,
Yeah.
so you must have learned the marketing side.
Yeah.
How do you suggest, or how do you advise a young person, like in Uganda, in Nigeria, in Africa, in Ghana?
Okay.
Yeah, Ghanaians are a bit lucky. I think even Nigerians, you guys are lucky. Your players are in Europe and all,
Yeah.
but for a country like Uganda, where players are not at that level,
Yeah.
yeah. How do you advise them to market themselves, to be here, to be contracted by CAF to manage this, sorry, to shoot at such big
Okay,
events?
so first of all, I'm not contracted by CAF. I just have an
Yes, yes, yes,
accreditation.
yes.
I take
So
sports
am I.
pictures. I send out to newspapers locally and all
Mm,
of that
mm.
stuff. Now,
But then I've seen, it might not be you, but I've seen your
yeah, no,
guys.
sure, sure. Some of us are covered by CAF. Yeah.
No, 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 not that. I've seen you guys um supported by betting companies and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
how do we position ourselves for that?
Okay, so at the moment, I have no betting sponsor, or any of those sponsors. But this is the thing, yeah. When Uganda wants to play, same thing when Nigerians want to play. There's one thing that unifies a nation. Football unifies a nation, right? So just like I tell people that want to learn sports photography and all of this, you have to transcend being a photographer. You have to ultimately be a content hub. I want to come to your page to enjoy your great sports pictures. I want to also see the off interview of one of the stars. I want to be able to see Akko Adams lobbing the ball for like 10 seconds non-stop, 15 seconds, right? So your page has to be, or your page, your social media page, or your website has to be more than just one thing. You have to aggregate. When I advise people on sport photo, or when I teach photography, teach marketing, teach business growth, I say that if I do videos now, the next step for me to add a bit more income is to add photography to it. If I do photography, I need to learn video, add video to it a little bit, right? So you have to be able to offer, you have to be able to offer a lot more. When I started sports photography for myself, my method was simple: deliver quality and brand it. Let me explain. I had a lot of people that did not want, that I knew their social media teams at that time would not allow pictures to go on their pages with logos. So what I did was I tried to ensure I had the best quality of pictures available locally at that time, and then I branded it and then gave out all branded pictures for free on social media to anyone that asks. Collect over 1,000 pictures from a game
It worked for me
online
as well.
everywhere, right?
Yeah,
And then
to break through. Yeah.
I then have people say, oh, they notice the name, they follow the handle, and then social media handlers reach out. I'm like, okay, we want this picture unbranded, we want this picture. Then at that point we can talk business. But ultimately, if you're a pure sport photographer, pure this, pure that, The first problem is it's a dual-edged sword because you need the right equipment to create the right kind of quality that is world standard. However, you still need money to get those right equipment. So you are between the devil and the Red Sea. I totally get it. You get, so it's there is no one size fits all. There's no one formula that makes it all work. But you have to look at your peculiar situation. But one thing you have to do is look at your situation and find a way to offer more quality, more value. That's where the marketing starts from. As the quality keeps going up, value keeps going up, you can start the journey from there. There are a lot of photographers in, I mean, when I started photography in Nigeria, then those doing sport photography were only press photographers. You had the newspaper photographers, Complete Sport, the Kickoff magazine, all of these top photographers. Right? I came in and my medium was social media. I came in and I made a whole other generation of people realize, guys, there's a whole lot happening here. You get quality of pictures. So we have photographers come. A lot of guys came in. The quality went up. People are doing amazing work locally, and they are all finding a way to thrive. You get, so you have to find a way to offer more, and then make social media your friend as much as possible. I know CAF does this thing where you are a sport photographer, you are a radio this, but you have to offer more across the spectrum to be able to balance out one way or the other.
Isn't that exploitation?
Of what?
Of course, as a person, it's good for you to know, to have very many skills, to know
Yeah.
this, to know that. But isn't that exploitation where you find me giving you videos, pictures, and also writing?
So
You
again,
as
we
a
are
person getting
we are
this.
in a we are in a global world, a global market here. The truth is everybody that wants to contract you or speak to you for whatever reason wants to get the most value out of the relationship with you, right? If pictures are not enough, videos will do it. I mean, my we have some of the best sports videos done locally in Nigeria is done by myself and my company, Modo Media. However, we don't do it at CAF competition because we are accredited for photography. But
Mm.
some of the best short videos done locally. There's a Victor Cement video that broke.
Yes, I saw.
Is
That was
done
many. I
locally.
saw the Akko video.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, we did not do the Aqua video. I don't know did the Aqua. I've not done. I've refused to do videos. My graduation is for photography here, so I just face it because CAF has their digital
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
So let's not run into each other. But locally, we've done a lot of those. But that's video
Oh,
offerings, right?
you're the one that did the Osman thing.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. So you have to. So normally, Osimhen gets pictures from me, but then there was no discussion whatsoever. We felt it to be a big game for him, and we stationed the video camera. So and while shooting, so I was creating some content, we created a video to create solid content for him, and that was a reel that broke the internet. And basically, you have to find a way to offer more across the spectrum because in this age and time, being one thing might not be enough. You get, I mean, if you're shooting for a Mago for Getty, maybe one of your pictures can give you $1,000 a month. You're fine, yes, you're good and fine. But if you're not in that place, you have to offer the most value for every relationship that you strike with people.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. That's
Just
you can go back
sympathy, yeah.
a bit. As I tell you, a small thing as Victor says. Oh, that was fast. Victor is one person I've followed for like 2 3 years now. I was on my social media, and I'll brag, by the way. I'll brag about this that I was the first Ugandan to watermark my pictures. Yeah,
Oh,
I started that trend in Uganda when I joined. I had just graduated, then I joined sports photography. I just put my thing there,
wait, up
Mugabe
there.
Arts, Mugabe Arts,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
for
I
some
saw.
reason people picked it up. It sold me out there.
Yeah,
People picked it up. It has helped them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sa-
Um.
Same thing.
Now here is the thing. What was your breakthrough? When was that point where you felt like, okay, now I've broken? What was that one project or that one picture that was it the Osimhen thing? Was it because I don't think Osimhen would have trusted you if he didn't know you.
Okay, so it's
Oh,
there's technically no particular moment. Okay, so before I shot the Super Eagles, I had done the local league for about a year. And I was vocal about the changes we needed to see from a marketing point of view, from a fan engagement point of view. And then I get opportunity to shoot Super Eagles. I've ever a question, I get it. I go to the Super Eagles game, Nigeria versus Cameroon. We won the game 4-0, and then I did wicked photography. By wicked, I mean the quality was
Because,
above board. It was the best pictures coming out of the game. It was coming out in real time. It
yeah,
was it was the
that's
first thing
that's
seen on
that's
social
something
media.
else I can brag
It
about.
was out there, right? And then everybody sat up and took notice. Who be this guy? And trust me, I don't compromise on my logo. I don't care. He did not send me. He did not pay me to go there. I'll put whatever logo I want to put on the picture. If you don't want to see my logo, you give me money. I remove it. In
Mm,
fact,
mm.
so I did that. People were like, oh, and then people follow, people like the photography, people engage, and I was like, okay, this is a path. And then what's his name? I say this every time. John Ogu, his I don't know his playing situation right now, and John Ogu sends a message from camp and like, yo, guy, who you been? You have been snapping us throughout this training session, amazing pictures, and you're just sending to us. You are not stalking us to collect money. You're sending with brand. Alpha, who are you? Let's meet up. So I meet up and it's like wonderful stuff. And then moving on from there, I have the Oyibo Wall, William Tris Ekonga and Leon Balogun reach out. I'm like, great pictures. We need to talk about how we can purchase these pictures without watermark. And that started a clear commercial direction for the photography. And it keeps on going. So from that moment on, we have been able to differentiate the Mozero Media as a working photography, wedding photography brand to Mozero Sport as purely
But yeah,
sport photography. And now we have Tribal News that is gone at this moment gone into to be one of the we are trying to get recognized as a worthy sports website locally yet, and then we want to transition to general news. But it all starts from one place, right? It starts from from ensuring that the best you can do in the space you are, you do it perfectly. Right? You are in a space for photography, people are taking pictures, but you have to ensure that if you're not at the very top, you have to be close enough to the top. You have
to
to
the
continuously push yourself. But again, I know it is hard to do that without funds coming in for what you have. So that's why I say you want to be a sports photographer, you want to get to the top of sports photography, learn portraits, learn birthdays, learn weddings, have a small studio where you make money away from sport, because you need all of those things to get you out of bed in the morning when the players are not paying for those pictures.
when you talk about those things, it takes me back to the equipment. Equipment, yeah. Equipment is a very very hard thing. When I come for such events, I've been to the Olympics, I've been to the World Cup, I'm here, and one thing is common: the local media, the local journalists here have small cameras. They have simple things. Yeah, you'll find someone with a 90D. For you, you're struggling to have a 1DX Mark III. For you, struggling to have an R6 Mark II. You're struggling to have this. Does equipment really matter?
No, but the local photographers have better equipment. To me, they have a lot of equipment.
Well,
Yeah, the local
like,
photographers I've met have been well equipped. So let me say this, right? I started from a Canon 6D with a 75 to 300 f5.6 to f7 point something
7
lens.
5.6.
I then moved on to a 5D Mark III and a 100 to 400 f4.5 to f6 point something,
When was
right?
this?
This 2017 to 2018,
Okay.
just like that,
Okay.
right? And then I have used the 1DX Mark II. I have the EOS R3 at the moment. I use a 400 mm f2.82. I will just say this, right? No matter how good you are as a photographer, there are some pictures you will not be able to get if you don't have the right equipment for it, right? No, I mean, you can get no, with the equipment you have to strive to get amazing pictures, yes, right? But every equipment has its restrictions, and let me explain. Um, Currently, the R3 is amazing, and Canon did amazing work on that stuff. 40 pictures per second, silent shooting, all of that stuff. I use the 400 mm. I get great pictures, yes, good. But if I had the 100 to 400, f4.5 to, I will still create amazing pictures. We have Jamu creating wonderful pictures. We have Fatil amazing pictures. We have Sarkin Photo with the 150 to 600 Sigma art creating good pictures too. We have Sheyi, the current NFF
And yeah,
photographer, doing using 100 to 400 Mark II f4.5 to 5.6, and they are creating good pictures, right? But it is easier to do that here because
the,
the light
the
conditions
lighting
are
is good.
constant, the lighting is good. It's a lot tougher when you go back to it. I
The
mean,
facilities
the
are
first time we had serious sun, in a game. And so we also have like Organa Media creating wonderful stuff. We have Koji, we have Puja with the equipment that they have. Puja has some crazy equipment. AOS
I've
5,
seen Poja.
yes,
I've seen
AOS
Poja.
R5, R5 and Mark 2, and the 100 to 500 RF. So but everybody turns out quality, right? Everybody turns out quality. So equipment doesn't matter. Yes, guy, I will tell you truth. Anyone that says equipment does not matter is lying to
He's
you.
lying.
He is doing aspire to perspire to refire. Yes, he is trying to sell a drug inside traffic. Equipment matters, but equipment should not get you depressed, right? The equipment you have to ensure you use it to the maximum potential it can give. Use it to create the
Learn it.
best pictures
Learn
it can
it.
give. I told someone that if you drop me on my head today, take away my R3, take away my 1DX Mark 2, give me a 5D Mark 3 and a 100 to 400 lens, I will still create pictures that players will buy, that news agencies will buy, because I know camera operations in total 100%. So no matter what I find, no matter what I find myself, when I go back home, I don't use the R3 in studio. I use our studio equipment, and we still create art, solid pictures. No matter where you find yourself, if you don't have money for that one, me myself, never. I use the R3. I did not even pay complete money for it. I paid the guy 4.5 million naira, and I'm still owing him some money too. Yeah, you understand? It's normal. I'll pay him eventually because I want that equipment, because it transcends for photography for me. It works for my weddings. It works for my documentary stuff. So it's something that I need. You understand? But ultimately, equipment matters. But what you have, you must use it
Yeah.
perfectly too.
Yeah, that's true. So we can have this conversation going and going and going. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can never stop this. Let's summarize with
Okay.
the low Morocco experience. Let's jump all the way from that to this. Um, as we conclude, in your last words, tell us about your Morocco experience. How are you experiencing Morocco? You've talked about
Yeah.
the facilities. How are you enjoying the pitches? Yeah, I love the experience of the facilities. Morocco has outdone itself. It has outdone itself. I've been to countries. I've been to PSG, Paris
Yeah.
Saint Germain,
Oh,
for the
solid.
Champions League, but these these things here are
Yeah.
so nice,
Okay.
so nice.
So I don't know how Morocco did it, but it seemed they sunk the whole financial budget of a country for 3 years into equipment, guys, into into facilities, guys.
Yeah. But you're going to
They,
give us
they
that and also off the pitch
Yeah.
to
So the
conclude.
stadiums here are or the stadium here is amazing, basically, hundred
Amazing
percent.
than an understatement.
The facilities are the best you see anywhere in the world. Someone said that Morocco is getting ready to try to host an independent World Cup. I will not even argue. The facilities are as quality as you'd find them anywhere, and I have traveled a lot. I have shot in a
Yeah.
lot of places. They are that good. That's what I'm going to say. Their sports infrastructure investment will eventually pay off. It is not going to pay off at this AFCON because we are knocking them out, but it will eventually pay off. Maybe next AFCON, maybe a couple other AFCONs,
They're
but
hosting the World Cup.
I know maybe it will pay off that time. But this
You know?
AFCON, they are going home tomorrow. You understand? But it's crazy. And then the city, the transportation. I mean, Morocco is an experience. The best I'll say, Morocco is an experience. I've stayed in Fez, I've done Casablanca, I've done Rabat, I've done Marrakesh.
I've seen you.
Morocco is an experience. I don't think I can correctly describe it to someone that has not really done a lot of traveling. What I'll say is, if you can, and you have the budget for it, try to travel within Africa. Put Morocco on that bucket list, and I think you are going to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Thank you very much,
My
Victor.
man,
We shall have this
small
sometime
thing.
when probably when you come or
We
when
they come Uganda now. 2027. Aisha, I'm coming. I'm packing my bags to your house. Aisha
Amina.
and Amina, I'm packing my bags to Ibu's house for the AFCON.
Those are my
Yes,
sisters,
yes.
by the way.
I'm coming with rice, egusi, obono soup. I'm just packing my load to their
Fufu.
house.
But we have nice food. We shall also cook for you. I'll be glad to host you.
Okay, now.
And I'll be getting married. You'll be the best man.
You understand? No. I will want to shoot the wedding instead.
Hey.
You guys have good landscapes, all of that stuff. That's what I want to do.
Alright, cool. Job done. We are just going to sign the contract. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys.
Congratulations, my guy.
Subscribe, share, comment. Tell us who do you want to see while we are still here, and what do you want to hear?
All
Yeah,
right, my man.
my man. Thanks.
Solid, man. Back
Solid.
to work.